Welcome, everyone. And finally, we are here with another edition of Suplexes and Shea Butter. I am Tanya here with the beautiful Tyler and Claudine.
What's up, everybody?
And as you can see, I'm on a different account. This is my old Wednesday night shooting account, but it's okay. I hope y'all bear with us, cause Lord knows. Okay. All right.
If y'all see anything, it's my cat moving around me. Just in case you see something in this, like a shadowy thing moving in behind.
Okay.
I mean, but it's on your
We're
picture.
talking about evolution and the crown jewel.
Oh,
Woo!
I can't wait to get on the
So
subject
we're
of
gonna
crime.
start on a good note. We're gonna start on a good note, though.
Yeah.
This past Sunday was the first ever WWE All Women's pay per view. I know some people were a little salty because WWE was like the first time ever in TNA, and we ain't talking about TNA. We ain't talking about these other promotions. We are talking about the premier wrestling promotion for the first time ever having a special event with just women. Only women on the card, only women's matches on the card. And
was
they
it
delivered in space.
a show? The
I-
production, the
I
quality, the
enjoyed
talent,
myself.
the outfits, everything was perfect.
I enjoyed myself.
It
I
was
was
like it
here
was
the whole
something.
time.
It was something we needed after a really, really shitty week.
Yeah.
And those women, they weren't given much, but what they got, they took it in. Like, just imagine if WWE actually put their all into the show. Just imagine how good it would have been.
Oh my god.
Because
I
those
mean,
women
it
showed up
was.
and showed
I mean, it was. I actually said before the pay per view started on my Twitter page that I think it would, deliver. Because usually, when the fans shit all over everything, the pay per view ends up delivering.
Yeah.
So, the lighting, which is funny to me, it kind of looked like a house show because of the lighting, but
Yeah.
it was still, I still enjoyed it. Like the matches with fire, like it was just everything. Like I really enjoyed it when Tamina and Nia Jax did that little tribute to Roman. My heart, uh, I love those girls.
up.
I
Okay,
I
go
was
ahead.
nervous about it going in, but like the only thing that was saving me was that the women's Royal Rumble delivered. So
Oh, that was so
I
fun.
yeah, so I was like, okay, I know it's not gonna be bad because like it won't be bad. But I was very disappointed with the lack of promotion, and then the week of, they're all of a sudden acting like they have a pay per view to promote, you know. So I wasn't happy with like what I wasn't excited going into it. Like when they were all talking about it feels like WrestleMania, I was like, does it? Like I wasn't nearly as excited, but when the show started and I just saw the like it just I don't know. It's like the show started and everything clicked in my mind, and I thought like this is like everything right now.
I agree. It was like I just wanted the women to perform well, and they did. And so I was happy with it. So let's break down the matches. The first match, the opening match, was Trish Stratus and Lita versus Alicia Fox and Mickey James. And y'all gonna stop shitting on Alicia Fox. That's what you're gonna do. Cause everybody was excellent. Everybody had a role to play, and they played like people were like, "Oh well, so and so carried them." No, those women, all of them showed out, and it didn't feel like the typical match where one baby face gets a beat down, then you get a hot tag. It was
Yeah.
like a different type of tag match. I really appreciated it, and uh. Trish is like she can come back tomorrow and
Yeah.
she looked like she didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, and I would say Lita really surprised me on Monday, but like because on Sunday I was like, okay, she's okay, but Monday I feel like she just started to kick it into gear, and like like her Lita salt was perfect. So now I'm like down for Lita to return too.
Yeah, like there's a rumor that WWE actually is gonna have the tag titles, and they're just like fielding it to see who actually is going to, want them, or like they're trying to get it like so that people really, really want it and anticipate it.
And we've been talking about it for like a couple of weeks now.
Yeah,
about the possibility of the tag title showing. We had I got a few tag teams in my head already.
Right. So they're definitely going to do it. And they said that those signs for the We Want Women's tag titles are planet signs. Which like they do that for everybody. So like I'm not gonna poo-poo that. That's a part of wrestling. It has been for a while. Plants and planting stuff in ideas in fans' heads. It's always been a part of wrestling. I don't know why people think, oh, they're trying to manipulate. That's a part of wrestling. It's a work. The point is to manipulate. Yeah, it's
what is this?
I just don't like the fact how people be acting like certain things WWE try to do is a bad thing. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a freaking promotion. So you gotta try to do things that will, like the stuff that you want to do. You have to get the fans on board, and if that's giving them signs to let you know, hey, we want to try this, but we need y'all to be, to at least some of y'all to get on board with this, then so be it. It's because of these damn dirt sheets that got these people thinking that they too smart for shit like that, and it's like, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
How can WWE evolve if y'all won't open up to new shit?
Oh my God. Say that again for the people in the back. Because that's the problem that we're having. It's like they get mad when they have shows like, Crown Jewel, where they default to all these part-timers and old people. But on a regular Monday night, you're throwing beach balls during, the young people's matches. So
we're gonna get to that. I can't wait because I'm finna go.
Right.
So it's like y'all, like it's like a lot of fans put us in this position. They put us in this position. So, Lita, I think the tag titles, I'm of course totally down for them. I really want them. I'm curious about how it'll go down, just because it's like, will they do two brands? I think it's necessary regardless, because these girls are doing tag matches every week anyway.
Yeah,
at least have a reason to fight for it.
And then you got some. Then I don't know if the women's wrestlers have already been advocating for them. I don't know.
They have. Sasha's been very vocal.
I mean, so especially with the people that you've been having tag team together over and over, like Bayley and Sasha, or Asuka, Naomi, or hell, Nia Jackson, Tamina. Like,
even the Iconics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sonya and Mandy. There's been a lot of tag teams that never got anything that happened from it.
The Bloodline sisters.
Okay, so the first match was great. I enjoyed it. Trish and Lita won because, of course, they're supposed to. Returning stars. Everybody wanted to see them win. And the next match we'll talk about is the Battle Royal.
That was so fun.
I wanted to ask of course, where we all love the tribute to Roman. But other than that part, what was your favorite part of the Battle Royal?
Carmella's dance break.
Me too.
Oh my
I loved it.
When she did that, I freaking popped. Like, I was like, oh shit! Like, in the crowd loved it. Like, when she said dance break and she started doing that, I popped so hard.
And then Ivory joined her, and like, if they brought her back as like Carmella's aunt or something, like Lord, that would be comedy gold. That would be so funny.
Like, the crowd was for it when she did it, and then you had R-Truth in the audience doing it.
Oh, he was hype. He was hype.
You know what? I love how the men were supporting the women. Like, that just warmed my heart, just seeing them be so hyped for the girls. It was like, I really, really love that. So, like, see, first of all, footnote about R-Truth. The kickoff show. Did you see when he walked in there and said, I just got news from General Manager Paige, and Paige was sitting there the whole time like, what? Yeah. He was like, I will be competing in this historical battle royal, and I will beat Carmella and to face her for the championship. And he was like, and she's looking at him like, what? And he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna face her. And she's like, you're not in the match, and I'm not even champion. Like, what? So
Yeah,
I
that
think it was comedy gold.
He is a fool, a straight fool.
Yeah, Carmella's dance break was definitely my favorite part. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
I got hyped for Zelina Vega. I thought she was gonna pull an upset, and I was really excited.
Yeah,
so
I was like, where's Zelina? I said that bitch hiding. I was like, oh, Lord.
I forgot about her.
Yeah, she was hiding.
Yeah, they actually did their job for me because I forgot all about her when it was just Nia and Ember. And she came back out. I forgot all about her. So do you guys think that, because some people were poo-pooing the fact that Nia won, but she's like a giant, and giants are supposed to win these battle royals, you know? So like I didn't have an issue with it. Did you?
I didn't like her winning. I'm just gonna say I didn't care for her winning.
That's fair.
I will say the reason why is, and I don't think that she won because of Roman. I think that I didn't like her winning because I didn't like she already Ronda beat her. She was Ronda's first like beaten opponent. You know what I mean? So,
but it wasn't really a resolution because Alexa interfered in the match.
Okay, because you know what? In my memory, it felt like Nia lost already. So I was like,
no, it was a DQ. It was a DQ. Alexa interfered, and then she cashed in on Nia.
And then Ronda won it from Alexa. You're right. Okay, I'm a little less against it now. But okay. Because in my mind, I thought Ronda had already beat her. So I think if they bring that back and kind of make sure that that's known, then, you know, I guess okay. Like I guess I might get back on board. But I don't know. I feel like there were more interesting choices.
I looked like the crowd was okay with it. And judging, it looked like the crowd was okay with it. And judging by how Nia was acting, it's like, does she seem like a twinner to y'all?
I don't know what they want her
to do. She is to me.
Yeah, because she was acting like she was like how can I explain it? Like she was acting like a face, but then like on Raw when Tamina came out and how she just attacked Ember, like I don't know. I was like, I'm getting twinner vibes. It's definitely not heel. It's definitely like twinner vibes from her, like just by how she was acting on the Evolution and then on Raw.
See, I guess I think because
I'm not getting heel. I'm getting twinner vibes.
I feel like she's all about like, you know, like body positivity and like, you know, be yourself. And then it's like, well, hold on, don't get excited, little girl. I can still whoop your ass. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like between the two real quick.
Yeah.
But that's believable.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, yeah, I think she's probably going to challenge whatever the December pay-per-view is. I don't know the name of it, but I think she's going to challenge. Oh, it is? Okay, well, there you go. I think it's going to be, that's going to be the time when Nia challenges. And I think she's going to be playing a more heelish like she was the last time. I very much enjoyed that match, and I did want to see a clear-cut winner.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have a problem with seeing Nia and Ronda again.
Nia versus Ronda wasn't bad at all. And then she had a good showing in the Royal Rumble too.
Yeah.
She's not bad. I just don't want to see Ronda with the championship anymore.
I mean, I ain't tripping.
He tired out. She just won it at SummerSlam.
I'm tired already. You know what it is? The reason I'm tired is because I see it. They're painting themselves into a corner already where it's like she's going to run through the whole division, basically make everyone look like trash. And then, you know, they said,
you worry about no one's going to be believable enough to beat her.
Like Brock trying to almost. I'm tired already. You know what it is? The reason I'm tired is because I see it. They're painting themselves into a corner already where it's like she's going to run through the whole division, basically make everyone look like trash. And then, you know, they said,
like Brock trying to almost
Don't bring up that motherfucker.
Wait,
Yeah,
who?
I'm sorry. We'll
Wait,
talk.
who?
Like I was saying, it's gonna be kind of like the same situation with that they had with Brock, where
Yeah.
there's very few believable people that will be here. I can get that. I totally do get that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see how that's gonna get old fast for a lot of people, and for you, it already has.
Girl.
And like,
Four
I
years
think
ago.
it's cool. I think it's cool. She want to face Sasha because Sasha's my fave, my queen, and again, I like both of them. But at the same time, even I know ain't nobody gonna believe Sasha can beat Ronda.
You know what?
If it was like a legit thing, like, cause people were saying like, how people say they wanted Daniel Bryan or Finn to break to face Brock, but everybody knows, like, yeah, Finn and Daniel is cool, but it's not believable for them to beat Brock, so the match shouldn't fucking happen.
And even if like they could book it, I think it's different with Ronda. Well, Ronda would give something to Sasha because she respects her. At least Ronda would try. I don't think Brock would even try with those guys.
Yeah.
Like he would just laugh he would no sell and laugh and like, what the fuck they got me in this ring with these midgets for? Like, no, I don't think
I completely agree. I think that is actually really true. I think like
Ronda would actually sell.
Yeah, she's willing to give more.
She really does.
Yeah.
I just think that the whole MMA makes you legitimate thing, like Shayna Baszler, and I'm looking at a difference. Shayna Baszler is no less of a badass, but she's not built as this unbeatable, unbelievable, because she's done MMA, no one can fight her. You know what I mean?
You gotta think about it. Ronda. Reason why Ronda's like that, but Ronda's built like that in WWE because Ronda basically was a dominant force in UFC. Not Shayna. Like even though Shayna is friends with Ronda, Shayna didn't have a career like Ronda in the UFC.
She did.
So of course
I didn't watch the matches.
Yeah, so of course she ain't gonna be booked like Ronda, even though she's a former UFC or MMA fighter. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that she to be booked like Ronda. I think there's a certain level of give and take. Like there's a vulnerability. I feel like we're not getting any of that from Ronda. It's like she'll get beat up and then Hulk up and give you an angry face, and then like that's that. So it's like I
kind of knew we weren't gonna get that from Ronda for a good couple of months.
It's been. I'm afraid it's gonna be a year, 2 years. I just don't want. It's the same issue. I mean, I had this issue with Asuka. It's when you do these unbeatable things. Once they lose, that's like their whole allure. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing about them anymore after they lose because their entire character is built around winning. So I would like to see some type of vulnerability from Ronda. She lost by DQ and then had to, was struggling to keep her championship. And now she's trying to grapple with the fact that these girls don't have to fight by the rules that she's grown up with. You know what I mean? The same way Alexa challenged her and Nia was like, I can headbutt you. You're not used to that. You know what I mean? I feel like they just need to play on the vulnerabilities more.
Yeah, I agree. I'll agree with that.
Actually, that would be a good story, Claudia.
It would. I don't think WWE's gonna
like Ronda, trying to having a hard time because she's so used to MMA fighters believe in like honor and doing things the right way when it comes to fighting, but in WWE it's nothing like that. Like you got Brie and Nikki their twin magic on her. You got Alexa involving in her matches, like basically doing a story to where Ronda's having a hard time, coming to grips with that and trying to keep the title on her. Like, basically have to deal with the fact that these girls will try anything to take the title. Like, that would be a good story. And basically, at some point, Ronda's going to have to do, like, some fucked up shit to keep it.
Yes. You can see her warring with herself.
God. See, that's why they need female writers. Because we come up with things like this. Okay, let's go to the next match, which I'm not familiar with either of these ladies, but I was really impressed. It's kind of hard for me to pronounce her name. Io Shirai.
Io Io Shirai.
Io Shirai. Io
Yeah.
Shirai. Okay. I butchered her
learned
name.
it.
Versus Tony Storm.
Yeah.
I kind of the match was short, but I guess that was okay. You know, every match doesn't have to be long. But
No disrespect, but I don't remember nothing from that match. I'm sorry.
Oh, you don't?
I do.
I guess
I liked. Oh, sorry.
Like, no disrespect. I mean, I'm sure it was, you know, as far as the history and everything, I'm pretty sure people was looking forward to it. I just wasn't. It didn't. What's the word?
Capture.
Yes, I don't remember a lot. No disrespect, you know, I'm happy for Toni Storm though. I mean, obviously she really wanted to win, you know, the Mae Young Classic and everything, and you know, this is a big deal. So I'm happy for her, but other than that, I don't remember a lot from that match.
I remember like two things. I remember I liked when they were, you know, they do that typical like leapfrog, run the ropes, you know, drop down kind of thing. And Toni, like, instead of doing the typical go over, she went to the side and then like drop kicked it from the side. I thought that was really cool and different. I loved Io's moonsault, her top rope work. That girl, I mean, so I was interested in seeing the match because I've heard so much hype around the two of them. You know, Toni Storm is only 23 years old.
So pretty young.
She's really young, so I was very shocked seeing her in that ring. I was like, oh my gosh, she's only 23. I've been hearing so much about her. Io Shirai, I've heard so much, you know, the goddess of the sky, genius of the sky. So there was a lot of, you know, hype around her. So I was interested to see what they had. And I think they more than captured my attention. Like, I'm definitely, I won't say I'm going to hunt them down, but I'm interested in their careers going forward. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. I thought it was a great match.
Yeah, I agree. It was something to whet the appetite, and
yeah,
I think Tyler, you're more into like knowing a character before you care about the match, and like you don't really know them, so I can understand where you're coming from. Oh, look at me!
She didn't want to be anymore.
See, I'm not a pet person, but like I support people who do have pets. So
she just ran away from me. She's tired of me now. But yeah, I really liked that match. I was very excited about it. So I mean, I was excited to see it. I didn't watch all of the Mae Young Classic. I kind of I jumped in to see certain people that I heard talk about. So I wanted to see what was her name, Katie, Krant Sanso, or I can't remember her last name, but the girl from American Ninja Warrior, she was really cool. She's a tiny little thing and she does a lot of amazing stuff. And I obviously want to tune in to see like Caitlyn's match back. I really was excited about that. So I basically went and cherry picked what I wanted to watch from the Mae Young Classic, but it was definitely a pretty cool tournament, and I'm okay with Toni Storm winning because the story they essentially built in this match, because Tegan Knox apparently was supposed to be further up, but she got Genevieve. She's touching a cord. I'm so sorry. The Tegan Knox was apparently supposed to win, but she didn't because she got injured during the tournament. But the story that they ended up building was that Toni Storm was the Joshi killer, and Io Shirai was the ultimate Joshi. So like Toni was facing all of these like Japanese women who have like these tremendous reputations and like they're really, really like, you know, strong and stuff, and she was beating them all. So it was like, and Io Shirai is like the top dog that everyone's like, no, she's the best in the world, period. And so that was kind of the story that came to what we saw there.
Okay.
It was very cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I think they're going to call Toni up quickly, especially since she's blonde.
Yep.
So she's going to be on the main roster sooner rather than later. Let's get into the NXT title match between Kairi Sane and who was the champion. She had already beat Shayna Baszler, and the story of the match was that Shayna just couldn't get her number. Like Shayna Shayna, like, she's a bully and she was bullying her. And I know some people don't like Shayna's style, but I love, like, Shayna, she's a badass and she's a bully and she's me. Like, when she stood on the ropes and had Homegirl's arm and that face she made, I was like, oh my God, just. I want her to actually, like, her and Ronda in a match, like, oh, they're gonna be black and blue before the match is over. Like, it's gonna turn into a shoot fight.
But both of them gonna walk afterwards and just shake it off like it's fine.
Story was that Shayna needed the help of her two horsewomen to beat her.
I wasn't too into that, but it's fine. I get it.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. I think they're pushing, and it might be WrestleMania. I don't know. Not sure.
I don't know if that's WrestleMania worthy, but it's not.
You're right. It might not be WrestleMania because Charlotte is supposed to be slated to face Ronda, which has been a rumor for like since this year's WrestleMania. But I think what they're trying to do is to establish the MMA horsewomen really quickly, so that eventually next year, both sets of horsewomen will face each other.
Yeah.
Probably it might be next Evolution because they did say like they're thinking of doing this every year now.
They better. Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah, before the event, Triple H was like, I don't know if we're gonna do this, and then after the event, they were like, yeah, we're probably gonna do this again. So, I enjoyed the match. It was brutal. I know some people, they're not really down with Shayna winning, but
why they hate on her so much?
You know what I think? Why I honestly believe is because she's not traditionally attractive.
Oh Lord,
I have the biggest crush on her, so I can't talk. I love Shayna so much.
I have a crush on, like, seriously, but I think one of the main reasons is because she's more masculine than your average female wrestler.
And she's not at all trying to compensate for it in a way that Charlotte does.
At all, she's not. She's proud of that. She's proud of who she is. But to me, she stands out with that. And she's just being her. She seems like one of the most authentic, like she could walk to the ring and give one promo and you would know exactly who her character is.
Her voice sounds like an 11-year-old boy, though. She's got the cutest little voice. I'm like, whenever she talks, I'm like, girl, that's it. Okay.
But I think they're building up. I think she's going to get I think Kairi's going to get her rematch.
Did you see
at War Games?
Did you see their after, like their after the match interview?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh my God. So Shayna's there talking. She's like, I did this by myself. I didn't need anybody. And like, she's obviously being a delusional heel. And you hear Kairi with this blood curdling Shayna, like screaming, and they're trying to stop her. And she's like, hot. Like, it was so good. I was like, I had chills. I was really excited. Like, I actually will tune into War Games to see their rematch. It looked like such a good blood feud moment.
Yeah, I think the chemistry between the two of them is great. So I wouldn't mind a third match. I've liked both of the other two matches. I do think Shayna's gonna go over.
I would like her. No, I'm taking it back. I think the main roster, but we need to stop rushing people up to the main roster to just do nothing.
That's true, and I think she's gonna go over. Which it kind of like, I thought they were gonna push Bianca in the top heel spot, and that Shayna was gonna get called up, and that kind of like, I'm wondering what's gonna happen to Bianca now. But I'm still happy for Shayna.
But if Bianca and Shayna go against each other, like, what are we supposed to do with that? Because Bianca's not as tough. I like either option, Shayna versus Bianca or Kairi versus Bianca. I think either option is going to be a great story regardless. So I'm fine with it either way.
Yeah, but like they really don't like doing heel versus heel matches too often. So that's why I just kind of worry about Bianca, but it's just like a little small thing. Okay, the next match was Sasha Bailey and Natalya versus the Riot Squad. And first of all, let me say the Riot Squad is the female Shield, and not in that they're copying them, but their camaraderie and the way they interact with each other feels so authentic. Like outside of wrestling, they're actually cool with each other. They're actually friends, and it's really good to see that. Like it really like kind of warms my heart to see that. I like when like wrestlers are genuinely getting along, you know, and not just, oh, we're partners because we have to be because they told us to work together.
Yeah.
And like if anything, they need some tag titles for their group because like when they were first put together, people were like, oh, they're just copying because Paige had Absolution. And now these girls have carved out their own little niche. And it works so well together. They beat the hell out of Sasha. It's like Sasha looked rough after that match.
Yeah.
And Liv Morgan, I think she was. I think it's like her lip was a little, but Liv Morgan was like a freaking star. And that girl, she is a trooper, and she's tiny, but she will take all the bumps and all the offense. And like my hats off to all six of it was so exciting. It kind of reminded me of the Shield 6-man matches.
Yeah.
Especially when they were faces.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just loved it.
I did too. I think what I loved about it is that they definitely upped the level from what we would see on the Raw. So like halfway through it, I said this is way better than we've ever seen it. Like I like stopped discrediting it because I was like, oh, we've seen this match a million times, but I was like, actually, we haven't seen this match. And that was the first time I really got to see their teamwork in action and see them with a strategy in the match. And like if they had enough time to do all of that. So I really liked it. I loved when Liv Morgan, was good again. That I loved that the women were doing something different with that drop down leapfrog spot that they always do. So when Liv ran to the side and just sat there on the floor like Harley Quinn, kind of just, looking at Natalya, I loved it. I thought she was so funny. I really just thought the whole like Sasha, of course, with that frog splash at the end, I love it. The match was just really great. And I really want a championship run with Ruby Riott. I think she deserves. She is.
Oh God,
she's never disappointed me.
She is. I've loved Ruby since she first came because she's another one of those women who has a unique look.
Yeah.
And like she knows who she is as a character. Yeah. And so the fact that like she's flourishing, it's great to see. I enjoyed that. Well, I enjoyed the whole card, but yeah.
Tyler?
She just waiting to roast people.
I know. She's like, fuck what you talking about. What are we gonna talk about? The shit that
my favorite moment from that match is when dang, what's her name? Who y'all was talking about? Was it Ruby?
Liv.
No, not Liv. Yeah, I think it was Ruby when she was about to jump off the top rope and Bailey came and covered and sacrificed herself for Sasha.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was so cute.
It was cute.
I was like, oh.
That was. Like, she made me remember it.
That was cute. I was like, friendship, a concept.
It was so cute. I was like, oh.
I said that was probably a moment in that match. That was definitely a moment.
Yeah, and then Sasha used the frog splash to win too.
They used Eddie's,
I thought that was cute.
Splash.
She got to use Eddie's move to win. I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to the match that definitely wasn't cute.
What?
Becky versus Charlotte. Oh, it was nothing cute about that match.
That was good. That was very. I was like,
burner.
give props to Charlotte. That was very good.
Let me tell you, when I say, if this is no exaggeration, that is my match of the year.
Yeah.
I've like, I felt I had so many emotions, and just like I was so into it, and it was just like biting my nails, and just I couldn't like I couldn't describe how I felt. Only that, yeah, props to Charlotte, because she took
a lot of punishment.
a tremendous amount of punishment. Like, she got beat the hell up the whole match. And like, she did the moonsault on the table. The table didn't break, and she was like, "Oh no, this table is going to break."
Oh yeah,
and then she did
that.
I felt like she was. It looked like she was actually crying, like she was actually in real pain. I'm like, is she really hurting? Like, it looked like she was really hurting. Like,
Charlotte, to me,
yeah,
is more emotional than we give her credit for.
Yeah,
because Charlotte cries a lot when she's like having them, like when she's doing a lot, she cries a lot. So I just think Charlotte's just more emotional than we don't acknowledge it as much, because she's like such a tough girl, but she's just,
she had me thinking she was really
in her big matches. In her big matches, because she's done it with Sasha too, where she will be showing a whole hell of a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
So, and the spot where Becky covered her up, and then she rose up at 9 with that look on her face, I was just like, fuck. Charlotte was giving a performance of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Like, people, they love Becky, and I love what she's been doing too. But the star of that match was not Becky Lynch. And people can say what they want. Yeah. But Charlotte made that damn match.
Yeah.
She fucking put Becky over.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And I do think the right person won, though.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah.
I do. I think it made it, because of how she rose out of those chairs. I sat there, I was like, there's no way Becky's gonna win. Like, the way she got out them chairs, I was like, there's no way Becky's gonna win. So when Becky actually won, I was like, oh my God, Becky won.
I did. And I said Becky's still gonna win, because if Charlotte win, they're gonna boo her ass out the damn building.
Oh, they knew
right? That. They were gonna be ruthless. And I'm glad that they made the decision to have Becky go over. I also, like, some people didn't like the fact that after the powerbomb, Charlotte was still trying to get up. I guess they just wanted her to lay out cold. But I like that ending, because it shows like she was still trying to scratch and claw, but she just couldn't. She just had taken too much punishment at that point. And besides, she's a 7-time women's champion. It should take a whole hell of a lot to put her down.
It's almost like, I look at wrestling matches like Tekken or Mortal Kombat video games. Like, whatever rating that wrestler has, it's going to take an awful lot for you to put them away. So it's kind of like with Charlotte or with Brock or Braun Strowman or Roman. You're going to have to do more than just 5 finishers to put them away.
Yeah.
So that's basically what it was. But I enjoyed the match. It was one of them situations where you had to go with the crowd reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fans, if you're listening, that's one of those situations where you go with the crowd. You listen to the crowd.
They'll always have to swallow the fact that they ruined Roman when he could have won that Royal Rumble like 2014. They ruined it.
Yeah, WWE fucked that up.
Yeah. So, Charlotte Nikki.
Ronda Nikki.
Yeah, Ronda Nikki. Sorry. I'm still singing Charlotte's praises. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, for real, Charlotte deserves.
It was a good match. It did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
I was very proud of Nikki.
Mm-hmm. I was proud of Nikki specifically.
Yes.
Y'all some damn haters.
No, I'm not hating. But Ronda really did her Ronda thing. She didn't. It's been a minute since Nikki's been in like a real long, championship style match, and I just wanted to see if her neck held up and what she would do So that's really where I'm coming from. It's no shade at Ronda at all. Ronda was Ronda, and I think Ronda's been doing great. My personal feelings about her opinions aside, she's been doing great for someone who's just getting into this. She's been doing awesome, and I thought she did awesome Sunday as well. But like Nikki, I was just glad that she could shut some people up for a minute.
No, I think it was good that the plan was to have Nikki get like a good amount of offense in on Ronda in the beginning of the match. Um, I thought that was good, and Ronda selling, like she was supposed to. So I mean, the crowd was into it, and I enjoyed it, so.
Yeah, and speaking of the crowd, it was like the most split reaction I've seen. Like it kind of reminded me of like a Roman crowd because like the men were going for Ronda, the women were going for Nikki, and it was a clear divide. Right. Like you could hear it.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah,
I was kind of proud of that too. Like, yay! When I heard the "Let's go, Nikki," I was like, yeah. See, Nikki has fans.
Of course she does. I think what I liked about it is one, Brie did her job, but she tightened up Nikki's neck bolts.
Oh, Nikki, Brie was on point. Brie is a great manager.
Oh yes, she's excellent. Like the her being obnoxious with that daggone flag. I said Brie is in her element right now. She was so obnoxious with that flag. Like she just it irritated me. That's how good she was with that stupid flag. I was like, why is she like this? I crack up at Becky Lynch's tweet when she said when Ronda Rousey followed her on Twitter
and she said she tried.
She tried. She was like, she tried. I was like, bitch. I think we all can agree that these two matches could have been switched. I get why Ronda was last, but she just didn't live up to it. And this match for me, Nikki did excellent. I feel like I've seen Ronda wrestle the same match a few times now.
I think, yeah.
I know we all see the match where like a woman gets beat down or whatever, but I'm saying like I literally feel like Ronda has the same 6 moves. And not in like she only has 5 moves kind of way. I mean like the sequence is exactly the same each time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of can count at this point. I feel like I can kind of be like, all right, she's gonna Hulk up in 3 minutes. Okay, she's gonna like you know what I mean? It doesn't feel very like exciting.
It doesn't give you any variation.
Yeah, so I'm that's why I'm kind of like concerned about her being unbeatable because it's like if you're gonna be unbeatable, I need you to be more innovative with each beating. Otherwise, we're watching the same thing over and over again. Oh, but I will give her credit for that top rope move where she like jumped on Nikki.
What was that? Yeah.
Woof. Stellar.
He was trying to make it seem like she dropped Nikki on her damn head. I was like, y'all motherfuckers just looking for fucking issues.
For real.
Wasn't nothing wrong with Nikki. Nikki
they was trying to make like they was literally like posting it like she like Ronda had bounced.
No, you could clearly if you go back and watch, you could clearly see that Nikki helped her do that. They did that together.
Yeah.
I don't
like Ronda dropped on her head. I'm like, you just reaching, goddamn it.
If from the way they did it, if she had hit her head, she would have been out.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, yeah. But I give the whole pay-per-view A+, and it's not just because it was women and I was rooting for them. Because if anything was awful, I would be honest because I want excellence from these women. Yeah. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it if it's not, but they were excellent and they fucking deserve it. Take a lap. You did wonderful, ladies. Deserve it. I'll give them all a raise. God damn it. Everybody.
Oh, good shot.
At pay-per-view, I don't know. That pay-per-view, when it was done, I wanted to like get in the gym. I wanted to eat right. I wanted to like start waking up early. I wanted to be a different person. It motivated me so much. I didn't do any of those things, but it made me want to. If that's what was important.
It actually got me out of my little funk that I was in.
Me too.
Well, that was until, the motherfuckers decided to take 1,000 steps back and put the damn title on Brock. But that's
no. Today I've been in a funk myself, but today I was crying on Twitter, y'all.
That was the most entertaining.
Every tweet was worse than the one before.
I was like, I'm so glad I didn't watch that damn show. Instead, I kept up with it on Twitter. I said that was more entertaining than the fucking show.
Let me tell you, WWE Crown Jewel. Let me tell you, I was at work today, working. So I went on my break, and people were the show was getting ready to start. So I get off work, and the show is over. And I am sitting here waiting on my ride to pick me up. And that's when I just started cackling. Do you hear me? The first thing I saw was that Shane McMahon. I can't even get it out.
What? I'm still trying to process. I said, how did that happen?
What? Shane McMahon. Middle age. All I do is jump off of shit. Shane McMahon.
Was that supposed to be a swerve?
It's called the
best in the world.
Not Seth Rollins.
Oh
no. Not Bobby Lashley.
Oh no.
I mean, Vince McMahon just said fuck it.
Vince is broken. Vince in a funk.
Vince is broken. Vince is broken right now. Vince is going through it. Okay. Vince is like,
my number one cash cow ain't here. What the fuck I'm gonna do? I gotta rely on these bitches. Like,
I feel like Vince was like, okay, Roman, you take as much time as you need. Now the rest of you niggers, get inside. Y'all aren't good. Work.
That's true.
Terrible.
Okay.
Hello? Tanya? We can't hear you, Tanya. You back, Tanya? You just joined the call again. So there's two Tanyas in the call.
Yeah, I see two.
Tanya's been hacked. WWE is pissed. The Saudis are coming. Crown Jewel said what?
Oh my God.
There's two Tanyas. All right, we got her.
Yeah. It threw me off. See, look, that's Saudis. Look, we're going to get on your show regardless.
It was a mess.
I told y'all WWE be spying on us. See,
I'm saying.
Here's the proof.
They were not happy. Doing
okay.
Cut it. Cut the mic.
Braun Strowman got squashed by Brock.
Oh! They gonna praise the women when then it gets to our show. No. We have none of this.
They had in the Raw with CM Punk yelling in the mic like, "What? Let me tell you a personal story about Vincent Kennedy McMahon." They cut the mic.
Apparently, the Miz got injured.
Oh no, Miz is injured.
I don't know if it's a storyline or not. And I didn't really get all the details because I'm not gonna watch the show at all. But apparently, Shane took the Miz's place against. First of all, why was Dolph in the finals? Come on, Vince, don't do this. Like Dolph Ziggler in the finals. Period. For the best in the world. Why? Come on. Man.
He was the best in the world in 2014. But he hasn't been the best in the world for a very long time. And I think Dolph knows it. And he can say what he want to say, but I don't know. I don't even have answers for him. I don't know what he can do to bring it back. But the record scratch, the fake intros, all these things, none of these things are clicking for me.
No. I want him to go back to being a womanizer sleazeball.
Yes.
I think that was his best. That was his best. Yeah. Give him like Mandy Rose or some kind of ballet or somebody. Hey, give him both of them. Hey, who cares?
He's such a good guy that he got the gay girl too.
Right. Like, but I just think him being a sleazeball heel is his best
Yeah.
bet right now. And I don't know where they're I don't know where they're going. Shane McMahon won the fucking best in the world tournament.
I can't wait to know what the
Shane.
reason for this is on Tuesday.
I know, right? Like, mm-mm.
So bad.
And once again, our national nightmare has continued.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Lesnar is once again the Universal Champion.
You fucking fans deserve this shit. Y'all deserve this
yes,
shit.
it's what you deserve, motherfuckers.
Woo,
because
Lord.
you should have appreciated Roman when he was there and you didn't know about leukemia. You should have appreciated that man showing up and showing the fuck out. And instead you were upset because it was something. It was something about that man. Vince McMahon is like, the rumor is he trusts the older wrestlers, the ones from the Attitude Era. So it was something about this man that broke through that bullshit. And instead of you appreciating, you didn't have to be a stan, you didn't have to be a part of Empire, but you could have calmed the fuck down and appreciated it.
And now you are weeping what you sow. Preach,
now you on Reddit talking about I'm sorry, Roman, and at least Roman would care. At least he would give a fuck you, and all your fucked up opinions. No,
fuck every last one of y'all podcasts.
Right, he was shoved down your throat.
Fuck
now he out in your throat. You missing that feeling in your throat, ain't you? You missing it now. You want them back down your throat now, don't you? Too bad. You got Brock.
Yo, I'm seeing shit like Roman come back and all this shit. I said, I'm gonna be a petty ass bitch tonight. Oh my God. I said, oh, this feels so great.
I said, I feel like y'all. When I'm seeing the retweets and the Reddit threads, and I'm on Cage Side, I'm looking at their comments. I'm like, y'all are just having a meltdown about this, and you all were so quick to talk about how Roman he can't wrestle. Like, oh, at least we got good matches with Roman. I thought he couldn't wrestle. Hold on. Wait, Roman gave you a good match?
What?
And y'all, I'm seeing tweets like, Roman really was the one that held the company together. I'm like, duh.
Empire knows. There's a reason why all the black women love Roman, okay? It's because
we got shit.
We know black women are correct. Y'all should have been listening to us.
We got shitted on. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about. But then, ever since he left, Raw been it's
been a hole in Raw.
It's gonna be more of this.
Now I gotta watch fucking SmackDown, and I didn't even watch SmackDown when Roman was on Raw because I felt like there was no need.
Oh, I watched it for the Usos and Naomi, and that was it. So when they weren't on it, I was very upset.
And then, I mean, the icing on cake, even before Brock had even won the title, and what's crazy is I wasn't even mad because something told me. I was like, and for all the people, I'm trying not to shit on Braun because honestly, I feel bad. But
Braun had to fly for 16 hours just to lose.
But I was like, if Roman had to lay down for Brock, what the fuck make y'all think Braun Strowman's big ass was not gonna lay down for Brock?
Here's the funny thing though. I saw a lot of people talk shit about Braun in regards to Roman. Oh, of course, he's just being built up for Roman. All of his heat is just gonna be wasted and used on. Wouldn't you rather it be wasted and used on a guy like Roman, who's actually going to, at the very least, make him look good in defeat and not punk him out and bitch him out and shit all over? Like Brock Lesnar, I don't know why people don't get it. I guess they are getting it into their head. Brock don't give a fuck about wrestling or fans or your entertainment or your enjoyment. He is literally there just to get a check.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I really didn't give a fuck about them two being champion any fucking ways. But anybody but Brock, and now you motherfuckers who been bitching about Roman and shit now got to deal with the shit. Roman fans, and we was really laughing at y'all motherfuckers. Yeah, we missed the hell, but it's like, we told y'all what the fuck was gonna happen. Y'all fucking talk about how y'all miss Roman, said, oh, he did hell down Raw and all this shit. Yeah. See, we have a clear conscience because we appreciate him while I was here. Y'all did. So now y'all got to deal with the fact that y'all got to see this motherfucker with the title once every fucking blue moon.
I mean, the general. I mean,
they couldn't even at least trust Braun Strowman to see if he could carry the show. I guess not.
Yeah, that's the thing about me. That's the thing. Like it's clear that they do not trust Braun. It couldn't be more clear.
I think for me, it's just that
and all the fucking fake ass narratives you fans tried to put on Roman, that shit is biting y'all in the motherfucking ass.
Because Roman's literally not standing in anybody's way. It's free and clear, and you see what they're going with. They're going with the older veterans who don't give who are really there just getting the check and really don't care about your entertainment.
100%. I mean, Braun. Here's my thing. I like Braun because I heard him on the Steve Austin podcast a few years ago, and that was like when he was just kind of now starting to break out a little bit. So I remember being so impressed and thinking, oh my gosh, he's so charismatic. He's so funny. I'm really interested to see what once I heard that podcast, I realized that he was going to be okay after he got out of that. Remember in the beginning when he used to just talk and I will beat you. He would just talk like that all the time.
Yeah.
So when I heard him on the Austin podcast, I was like, okay, Braun is way more charismatic than they're letting him be right now, and I can trust that he'll grow a lot more. And so I'm saying that to say I don't dislike Braun, but Braun is nowhere close to carrying the company in the way that Roman is. The only people who I can see even being somewhere close to that is literally Seth or Dean, and it's because of their proximity and they know what it takes personally.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't see Finn doing it because Finn injuries. Sorry. Gender, charisma. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? I can knock Braun Strowman. The matches don't add up. I'm sorry. It really depends on the opponent. If they know how to work with Braun, then they can get a good match out of him. Otherwise, he's just lumbering. Sorry. You know what I mean? But fans love the Miz, but we love to hate the Miz. So I can't see him being the face of the company in that way. But the sad part for me is that they spent so much time shitting on Roman that they did not give us a chance to make any other stars with Roman. And now that Roman is out for a period of time, we literally are scrambling to reset.
When Brock Lesnar won that title, I said
deflated.
I like Roman is the fucking. Everybody was saying it on Twitter. Roman is the only champion we acknowledge on Raw.
For real.
Until he comes back, ain't no telling where that is. I said my ass. I said WWE better make Seth and Dean fucking interesting. I know that because if it's not, I will not be watching Raw.
Yeah, and they already fucked up with Seth having him do that whiny ass promo.
What was that?
I don't know.
But I love Dean because Dean looked just so uninterested.
I wanted my fucking truth bomb from Dean. I wanted it.
Hold it. And I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you on this, Dean. My friend from college, Jason, tweeted. He was like, Dean's not gonna say anything. And I looked at it. I was like, don't tell me that. And then straight up, I tweeted back like, you were right. And he's like, I know they weren't gonna say anything because of course everyone wanted to hear Dean talk. We all know Dean can talk. They're gonna milk that dry. But
I wanted a
Dean,
fucking truth bomb from Dean on fucking Seth Rollins. I wanted it so damn bad. Like in my head, I could just picture what the fuck he was gonna say, or what I would have made him say. Oh, I was so mad.
Seth, I loved it because Seth tried everything in the book. He went from like, dude, just talk to me. Like my friend tweeted, he was like, Seth, just talk to me. It's okay. Seth, 2 minutes later, you piece of shit. Like what? I was like, you guys so angry at him. You said it was okay.
He even bought Roman having the fact of like Roman's battling leukemia. You made it all about you. I was like, oh. I was like, Dean, I said, I just wanted to hear him go off on Seth.
But Dean,
and the fans, I would have had Dean go off on the fans about how they treated Roman. Like, I would be like, well, Roman want to say, I'm going to say it for him, goddamn. Fuck all you motherfuckers.
I feel like
it took him saying he got leukemia for you bitches to finally respect him and say thank you, Roman. Fuck all of y'all. Fuck you all.
I feel like Tyler would be in the crowd and be like, give me that mic here. Give me that mic. Give me that mic.
Pass it over here. I say it.
I'll fucking say it. What you want me to say?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember ever hearing Dean acknowledge himself as a lunatic. I have only heard him. The one time I ever heard him even talk about it was the time he was running a merch stand in the ring, which I know sounds crazy, but he was running a merch stand in the ring, giving away shirts, and he picked up his shirt and said, "Lunatic, how dare you?" And like everyone just laughed at it. But I like thinking back, I said, wait, he never acknowledged that. And like, so for me, I'm just wondering if that was the trigger. Did Seth go like, yeah, that's my lunatic or something, and that's what the trigger was? Like, I don't know.
But here's my thing with that. It's like he never said it, but he embraced it in a way.
He did embrace it, but he never acknowledged
his merch. But when he was coming at Brock that time, he actually made a point to say, I'm not crazy. I know exactly what I like. He's always kind of, and I think when Dean was helping Roman out with Bray and his feud, Roman acknowledged, he's like, people think Dean's crazy because of how he acts, but he's not. So Roman has also acknowledged that Dean isn't crazy. And then we have Seth,
who just calls him a lunatic.
To his face.
One of my mutuals, I'm pretty sure y'all know who she is. She likes to break down the stories on Raw.
I think I know what you're talking about. So good.
Yeah, and she basically talked about how the fact that Seth still doesn't understand Dean after all these years.
Yeah.
That's probably why Dean turned on Seth or didn't say anything.
Or lost his patience.
Yeah. So
I know it's like him losing his patience.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, it's like I understand why Dean didn't say nothing to build up anticipation for when he does. But it's like at the same time, it's like sometimes that's what fucks up a feud too. So,
yeah, it's a fine line. I will trust because I have followed Seth and Dean parallel their careers together since they debuted in The Shield. I went back and looked at their FCW stuff. If you haven't watched, it's phenomenal. I loved all of their work together. So I trust that I really do trust this feud. I think that they both, and I also think that both of them have grown so much as performers, and and they have so much stock now in the company. You know what I mean? Like they're not like newbies who are just starting out and trying to they are definitely top dogs there. So I'm very much trusting. I think it's gonna be a fantastic feud. I think they'll find those lines and do a great job.
But I'm seeing all these damn tweets about how about Roman is just. I said it's very satisfying in a petty way.
I wonder if Roman's not going like, just look at him like, bitch, I told y'all.
He ain't worried about it. She got bigger problem to worry about than worry about what the fuck.
I know, but sometimes you need to escape your problems. So I feel like I would definitely just 2 seconds to be like, y'all hoes deserve it. I'm going back to my room, but y'all hoes deserve it. Like, He has to feel good. Just a small petty part of him has to feel good.
I just hate that fans, it's like, okay, all these shit for like cool points and shit, like you low key saying, "Oh, you a fan now" and stuff. Like, y'all really do care what people. Yeah, I mean, just the fact that y'all let people's opinions sway y'all, like, into being a fan of someone or whatever, or think you're gonna lose your friends. Like, if they stop being friends with you all because of who you like, or because if you like a fictional character, then they ain't really your damn friends. Like,
Yeah.
it's just doing shit for cool points and shit, and trying to seem all edgy and cool. Like, that shit's like, okay, whatever. Like, it's a TV show at the end of the day. If you like them, you like them.
My age, in their 30s, that's acting like these ain't teenagers. These be grown ass men.
Exactly.
Grown. Yelling at the stories of when they would argue with children at shows broke my heart. Because they'd like be children like literally terrified to go back because grown men yelled at them for cheering for Roman. Like, it's insane.
I had it in my child.
Tanya said, I was going to take you from thine edge to thine toenail. I was going to drag you through this arena. Okay?
Yeah.
Shoot.
What the fuck? But I said this in 2015. And it's fucked up that it ended up this way. Because I said, all these people that hate Roman and they say this stuff about Roman, it's going to turn on his head one day. And they're all going to miss him, and they're all going to appreciate him when he's not there. And it just fucking sucks that it happened this way. Because I was talking about, once he stopped wrestling and retired, or, slowed down from wrestling. I didn't want talking about this, but it just goes to show a lot of this was like, oh, we booed the like. Shut the fuck up. And they keep saying, I don't like his character. What is his character? Explain to me what his character. What you don't like is that he was pushed over somebody you like more. Stop lying on his character. Man has one of the best fucking characters on the goddamn show.
Yeah.
Has since 2016.
Yeah.
Stop lying on his character. Tell what the fuck is Finn Balor's character?
I mean,
a guy who shows his dick prints. And sometimes, like tell me what Finn Balor's character is.
You heard the air leave our lungs when you said that.
Like, for real though, like
Finn Balor's Instagram thought.
Like Roman Reigns, he is somebody who comes out there, he says what he means. He is always there to bring the big fight. He never backs down. He is 100% loyal to his friends and his family. How is that a fucked up character?
Yeah.
Oh, what kills me is when they say they hate how he's booked, but it's like, y'all always move the goalposts when it comes to his fucking booking. If he wins too much, make Roman look strong.
Yeah.
If he loses a lot,
they trying to get sympathy.
I have been salty with CM Punk.
What the fuck? Y'all don't know what the fuck. Y'all don't know how y'all want him to be booked. Y'all don't know how y'all want him to be booked.
Listen,
what kill me is when they talk about, oh, Wade Keller actually likes, because Vince Russo put up a picture of Roman Reigns, like a animated picture of Roman Reigns, and I tweeted, I said Vince Russo likes Roman a lot, obviously, and somebody said Wade Keller does. I said I find that hard to believe because all he did was talk shit about him. Yeah, and he was like, oh, he just like hated the way he was booked. So I said, how can he hate the way he was booked? Dude wasn't booked as strong as John Cena was. Dude lost big matches and shit. Of course, it didn't affect him, which is still fucking impossible to freaking believe, because usually that do affect wrestlers if you lose big matches. Usually when you lose big matches like that, like he has, fans stop giving a shit about your ass. No. And so it's like, he wasn't booked strong. He wasn't booked as a loser for real. More like in between. But really, his booking was based on pleasing you motherfuckers.
Yep.
But y'all kept moving the damn goalposts every time. So it can't be his booking. It can't be his character. He didn't win a lot. His promo skills fucking improved drastically. Dude almost checked off every motherfucking box. Drew for the company.
Let me tell you. And I think Claudine, you were right about saying to CM Punk. Punk had he had plausible deniability in telling that make Roman Reigns story.
Yeah.
But look, going back, especially with the lawsuit coming out and knowing that the motherfucker didn't have Mercer in his back. He over exaggerated a lot of stories on that podcast.
Oh man, he didn't?
He did not have Mercer. He was never diagnosed with Mercer. That was a fucking lie.
Oh man.
So knowing he would say he had Mercer and he didn't. When he told that story about Roman, he fucking knew the plans they had for him. And he was fucking salty that this somebody was coming up and he was gonna get to main event of WrestleMania, and Punk, he didn't work this hard and this and that. So I fully believe that motherfucker put that make Roman Reigns story out there, because remember, he didn't tell that he did two parts of that podcast. The first one hit so hard, it made so many memes. The second week of that podcast was when he came out with that story about making Roman look strong, because he knew it was gonna come a meme and he knew it was gonna sabotage. And I came to this conclusion going through that trial when I found out that motherfucker didn't have Mercer, because I was on his side, because that's some serious shit to have. But no, it was just a regular thing that he could have gotten taken care of at any time.
I mean, that's my one thing. And I really like CM Punk, but I've always been salty with him about that, because I just felt like
I am now.
That's why I always gave CM Punk shit every time they make Roman Reigns look strong. Shit, I said I can't believe y'all let this motherfucker.
He was
you wish he looked strong. He was as strong as Roman when he was getting his face knocked in. Are you just gonna bite me? Are you gonna bite me?
But that's the thing, though. That's the point, to make people look. By the way, the match that he was saying that everyone was telling him to make Roman look strong, Roman looked like a dumbass. Roman missed a spear, hurt his eye in that match, and then speared Dean.
Yeah.
And that's why they lost.
And didn't they lose that match?
Roman looked the opposite of strong in that match. So that whole thing could have been a fucking lie, for all we know, to tank this man's career. You think CM Punk ain't that petty? He stopped talking to everybody that worked with that company. He told his best friend, this is why Colt Cabana and him fell out.
Yeah.
WWE sent Colt Cabana and said, look, we cool if you just take this podcast down. We will leave you alone. CM Punk said, no, fuck them. Keep it up. If they sue you, I got your back. So they sued him. So when the bill started adding up, this motherfucker who told his friend to keep it up was like, oh no, you got to split this half with me. But bitch, you the one who did it. And
there wouldn't have been a lawsuit if you let me take it down.
Right. And now you won't pay my legal bills. CM Punk got way more money than Colt Cabana.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Most people don't even.
He took 2 ass whoopings for fucking money in the UFC.
Right.
So
he took for at least $1 million a pop.
Yeah, and when he originally left, he got paid out $20 million from WWE.
Right. He was a bitter, petty motherfucker, and he wasn't very well liked backstage. A lot of people were happy he fucking walked out of the company, because he was a miserable motherfucker when he was there half the time, whining about his spot.
And what's crazy is Roman, man,
And
all
then
these
you
stories.
Roman.
Now, not like Natty's still thinking about Roman. She wrote a damn piece on him.
That whole piece had me like really in my feelings.
Right.
And y'all and fans want to fucking worship guys like CM Punk. Man, come on, man.
Who is a literal, from all accounts, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
And Roman, who is the exact opposite. Nobody has a bad thing to say about the man. People who don't even wrestle with him, sending him well wishes from all over the wrestling world.
You got Jericho's the fucking Smart Cruise made a damn banner, and all the fans fucking signed on the damn banner on Jericho's cruise.
Right.
It's crazy
the
to
Bullet
me.
Club
It's like
fans
the person
who supposedly hate him, right?
Like the person that fucking tries to put over everybody, who tries to give people advice, who try to help everybody backstage, is the one who gets shitted on all because the WWE chose him, who rightfully so, and was
Because
right,
we're seeing a difference without him.
chose him to be the face. He drew money, had kids on the side, women on the side. Regardless of what y'all say, men liked him too. Yeah. I mean, it's like, come on, man, do what's the whole package. WWE actually got it right with Roman, and the fact that it took him.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's frustrating because we, as fans of him, suffered this whole time because these other people wanted to have their own opinion.
I mean, we took the backlash with him and everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, now it's like it proved once again, motherfuckers eating crow. We can have a clear conscience about this shit. This shit ain't bothering us like it's bothering them now that Brock is the champion.
You know what you just reminded me of? Remember when Wendy Williams said she would eat crow if something happened, and like she was like, "I'm gonna eat crow," and then like as the progression goes, she's like, "I don't know where you can get crow. I don't know." That's what I feel like these smarks were doing. They're like, "I don't know where you can get crow." Like, I don't.
I'm just like, because I was on a group chat. People was like, it's funny how people are panicking and acting pitiful now that Brock and his champion Roman's not there and stuff. I said, shit, it ain't bothering me none. I appreciate the man while he was there. Still do.
Yeah.
We know what it was.
Because you wanted, and just like Roman said, voice of the voiceless. The fuck? We hear the fans' voice every night. Who's voiceless? We hear them.
Exactly.
Yeah. He had no time.
Who is voiceless out there? So it was like, you gotta understand, these guys are workers. Wrestlers are workers. They're manipulators too. And CM Punk was one of the best of them.
Yeah.
And that shit stuck to him. And it don't make no damn sense because they make everybody look strong. What the fuck are you talking?
And that's WWE's job, to get a fucking wrestler over.
I mean, who'd have thought?
I mean, damn. Make Roman look strong. I'm like, isn't that what Roman did for Braun in order for him to get over with you bitches? Because before that, y'all was calling him boring. Oh, Vince is gonna put another big sweaty guy. Oh, he's boring. We don't give a fuck about Braun. But
yes,
Roman
they had a million nicknames for him
for 6 fucking months. Oh, we love Braun. We love when he smash shit and act like a fake ass Hulk or some bullshit.
Why are you like a Missy Elliott video girl with this shaking phone?
I remember
I can't stand the fence.
When there was a rumor in 2016 leading up to WrestleMania that Braun was supposed to face The Undertaker. And motherfuckers shitted a brick because they were like, no, he's terrible, blah, 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 this and that. Fast forward to after Roman's done shining them up and putting them over, the following year when Roman's supposed to face Undertaker, all these same motherfuckers who was shitting on Braun facing the Undertaker the year before, why can't Braun? Braun should get that match.
And we was calling it too. We was like, y'all didn't give a fuck about Braun Strowman until Roman fucking
made him. Yes.
Oh, made him.
Roman
he made him.
Roman was willing to be a fucking rag doll for fucking Braun or to put him over as a real fucking deal.
Like, he took a fucking
beating
chair to the face. To the face. Braun took a chair at that man's face.
That chair represents bills. That chair represents
life,
That's
goddamn.
your life. That shit represents everything.
So if you want to know what make a person look strong means, look up Roman versus Braun Strowman. Look up the whole motherfucking feud. That's what making a person look strong look like. CM Punk fooled you bitches.
He did. He fooled him and manipulated him. Cause I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He was jealous.
He was.
That this
You
person,
saying that put in perspective,
so-called rookie, was coming in and getting to main event wrestling. See, CM Punk, I was actually a fan of his, and I was a fan of his career. I liked him. I liked a lot of his matches. But to hear that man say his wrestling career was a failure just because he never headlined a WrestleMania, I was like, it squeezed me. So you telling me half the wrestlers I've loved my whole life are failures? No, baby. You need to get like, and then to complain.
And what's crazy is Rock told him what it was. Rock told him why he ain't main eventing no damn WrestleMania. Cause I make more money than you, motherfucker.
Ooh.
And then to plainly say these part-timers are coming in here and they're taking spots and they're taking attention and you're making me go over them.
And what's crazy
And then take his ass to UFC and take a spot from somebody else for money.
And what's crazy is before CM Punk said that about part-timers, WWE fans didn't have a problem with part-timers coming back and winning fucking championships before he said that shit.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more CM Punk.
The reason why I have a problem with it now, because I have no problems with Vince coming back at all. But I have a problem with them winning the championship because I know they're not going to be around to defend it or we're not going to see it every week. That's the only problem I have. But not once. The only bet that I would shit on constantly,
Brock,
even if he's Brock. Goldberg, cool.
He was
Goldberg
cool.
was probably the only vet that defended the damn title for real.
Yeah. I enjoyed Goldberg's
run.
I didn't even like him in the past, but when he came, I actually enjoyed Goldberg's little run.
I enjoyed his run.
See, I don't mind the vets coming back if they're on like a Rey Mysterio Goldberg type of level where they actually are coming back to wrestle.
Yeah.
I think I have a problem when you got people like the Undertaker coming back with the sew and weave and he can't really move. That's right. Like tired. Can we talk about the wig being snatched? That wig!
No! First of all, can we talk about Shawn Michaels' hair?
Dude was bald. Like
straight bald. No hair. What the fuck? What happened to Shawn Michaels? No, baby, that's not how I want to remember you. You was the sexy boy.
Remember me different. Shawn, oh my God. The whole thing looked a whole ass mess.
And I don't know if it's a work or not. I mean, if it's not, then I hope Triple H gets well. You know, I like
unfortunately.
He's injured.
Is he really injured?
Yeah, he injured.
From the tweet I saw, he couldn't walk or like he wasn't moving straight like afterward.
I wish him the best.
But see, the thing about it,
they just need to hang it up, man.
I just wanted to touch on this real quick because some people like don't make fun of Triple H, and I'm not gonna make fun of him. But here's the thing: when most wrestlers get injured, they're full time, and they're gonna be out, and they're gonna be missing a steady paycheck. Triple H ain't missing no checks. He's an executive. He's not missing nary a check. The only thing that's going to happen with Triple H not being on a big card anymore is that somebody else is going to get time in the spot. That's it.
Yeah.
So.
Because he gets 2 checks.
Right.
When he wrestles.
So I don't like I'm kind of, I feel for him. I don't want nobody to be going through pain or injuries or anything like that. But there is a way more positive side to Triple H being injured than him not. Because now I don't have to sit through a terrible Triple H match at WrestleMania. I'm sorry. He should have retired. Him and Undertaker should have retired at WrestleMania 28.
It didn't keep going.
They should have both of their last matches.
To be honest, Undertaker should have. I would have minded if Undertaker retired if Bray Wyatt beat him. There were ample opportunities for it to not come to the sew and weave and the snatch twig that we saw today. There was opportunities to change what we saw.
Listen, that sew-in was pretty though. That's like Ember need to talk to his guy because Ember tracks be showing.
Ember needs to talk to everybody else.
I mean,
Alicia's wigs have gotten. Alicia's units have gotten better.
I mean, Shawn Michaels then damn near fell on his damn head when he did that damn moonsault.
The ghetto!
Because they went
ghetto.
They
all y'all need to be done after this. Like
the tweets had me in tears. They were like, "This is a shit show." My timeline went from hype to like, "What's going on? Oh no, this is bad. This needs to stop." I cried. Everyone was so embarrassed. And then, Tyler, you tweeted it. Somebody tweeted it. This old ass man who just fell out trying to wash this other old man. And he was like,
"That was Nadia.
That was Nadia, crazy ass. That took me out.
That took me out. Right. I was like, this is
I saw that. I said, girl, please stop.
Yeah.
That took me out.
That had me weak. I mean, this match was them gifts of just Kane trying to put his wig back on real quick.
Kane, when Shawn Michaels punched Kane and his mask came off, Kane tried to cover up his face like we don't know what the fuck his face looked like.
Yeah, he should have just went with it, like for real. It kept wrestling bald headed. I would have appreciated it. Cause like I remember when Kane was bald headed and wrestled as Kane. It's cool. You don't really need the mask.
He was bald headed 2 weeks ago. Like, why is he acting like he has hair?
I don't know why when he put that mask on, he got to have hair with it. Like, I don't get that. I know
it's like Vader without the hair.
It's just a mess, child. I said the only positive thing to this is, I had fun on the timeline roasting the shit out that damn show.
Ooh, y'all had me in tears today. Thank you so much.
Like, everybody was just roasting the shit out that damn show. I was like, Lord.
Yeah, I was like, people actually mad at this show. This is comedy gold. What you talking about?
Oh my God.
I tell you, got Roman fans being petty, not giving a fuck, cause shit. I fucking fan ain't here, goddammit.
I will say I looked at them differently, truth be told, because I'm gonna agree with you, Tanya. Randy was right. He's like, listen, I got 5 kids, and I said, you know what? That's real. Like, I'm over here talking with all these ethics. If someone was, let's be real. Like, how ethical would I be if you were going to tell me, give me $10,000 or $10 million for the night if I'm going to Shawn Michaels' place? Of course, I'm going to be like, yeah, let me get this 10 mil. Like, let me do this one thing that makes me uncomfortable and have a comfortable life.
Listen, let me tell you, I love Dave Chappelle. And he made a joke. And he said he was supposed to go to a benefit in Flint, Michigan at the same day that the Oscars were happening. And Chris Rock invited him to the Oscars. So he went to the Oscars instead of Flint. And the crowd was moaning. And he was like, what the hell I'm going to do? I ain't do that to that water. What the hell I'm going to do about that water?
No. Stop it.
If I was a wrestler, like, I didn't do this. I didn't kill that journalist. What the fuck? I can't bring justice to nobody. I'm just doing the job. You know what I'm saying?
And
they put too much responsibility on those wrestlers when they are just simply doing their job.
Yeah.
And it's like I said on my Twitter page, I said I'm not gonna condemn nobody that's watching Crown Jewel. I'm not gonna watch, but I ain't gonna judge nobody that's watching Crown Jewel because one, it's still a wrestling show at the end of the day. It's not that serious. Two, people don't do what they want to do. So,
but like, what the fuck can we do about Saudi Arabia and the fuck shit they doing? What the fuck can WWE? Like, I know WWE's like, oh, it's spreading progressiveness, but that's just a company line. What the fuck can they actually do to change those people in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's be real here. I mean, we just found out that one of the protesters from the original Ferguson protests. Like one of
Was
the women
lynched.
found
Was
he
lynched.
was lynched.
Right.
So there are human rights violations happening in America. Like at a certain point, we have to pick.
So I don't know why the fuck we acting all holier than thou.
Right.
Exactly. I mean,
It's people that's tweeting cancel Crown Jewel, but don't give a shit about a black man that was just lynched in America in 2018. So you want to be woke in your own goddamn country first.
These are the same men that will tweet about women's equality, and then when the women are in matches, they're cheating about whoever they're dating.
And then
right.
what's crazy is I'm like, why the fuck is y'all showing pictures of yourselves canceling the WWE network like that's gonna do something?
They're gonna knowing damn well when it's time to come to watch NXT War Games and Survivor Series, they're gonna
turn that bitch back on.
Like, they're gonna be watching and tweeting about it. So just like do what I did. Don't watch the fucking show. It's simple.
Yeah.
Like it's a certain thing. It's that fake woke shit.
Yeah, it's fake woke, 100%.
Like I was watching that. I was keeping up with it on my damn timeline. I wasn't watching that shit. I had more fun on my timeline than watching the damn show.
Timeline had me in shambles today.
Now, can we talk about Daniel Bryan for 1 second? I'm not gonna talk about John Cena. Salute to him, because I believe Cena was like, look, I'm trying to be in Hollywood. I don't need these. I'm trying to be on Good Morning America. I don't need these people asking me about going over there and spreading no propaganda. So I'm not gonna go. So
he was thinking you gotta. I mean, when it comes to John Cena, you gotta think about your brand in this.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. Let's talk about Daniel Bryan and the reason that I read that he did. Okay, I'm not well versed in all of what's going on in the world, but you know what I did know about Saudi Arabia before the Greatest Royal Rumble? That they persecuted homosexuals. That they they hated Syrians, which is what Sami
Zayn is, yeah.
That they have.
If I'm not mistaken, they actually said that he couldn't come.
Yes, and it's because of his race. So, like, to me, it just don't square up. You saying that you didn't know they persecuted homosexuals until you got there? Like
the second show.
Like, I just don't as active and as hippy dippy as he is, and be green for the environment, be a vegan because it saves lives. You didn't know that they kill homosexuals in Saudi Arabia before the Greatest War. I don't fucking buy it. I don't. It is just it's something so inauthentic to Daniel Bryan, and I know people say it's so relatable.
I agree.
So fake shucks about him.
I agree, because for me, I would side eye when I would watch on Total Divas, and he'd make comments like he doesn't want Birdie near Nikki's closet because he doesn't want her to see that type of materialism. And I have to know, like, first of all, Nikki is someone that I would love for my daughter to be around, because Nikki is like, I worked hard for this, I earned this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
because she likes nice things, and
that's the only thing. That's the only.
But he tries to pretend like he's holier than thou. But you're on two reality shows. You're working for the biggest wrestling company in the world, but you're just here for the rest. No, motherfucker. You want to be rich and famous just like everybody else. Why are you faking the funk? That like.
Roman, and I always think about Roman whenever I hear that, because I'm just like, Roman has done nothing else. Even Seth, even Dean, who's the last person I have expected, did a season of Total Divas. And Roman, we've got we got a couple cameos, and that was barely anything. And Roman has not done a movie. He hasn't done a guest spot. He hasn't done anything outside of WWE.
And you cannot tell me that man ain't been offered movies and guest spots. Look how photogenic he is. He probably get offered stuff all the time.
He is so gorgeous.
and he probably like, nah, I'm focus on wrestling right now.
I don't know. It's just like the only thing I didn't like about Dan Bryan is like, because before he used to treat Nikki like shit
all the time.
Yeah, he had to tone down with that. It was like out of control.
It was bordering on sexism.
Yeah.
Like one time, Brie wore an outfit with like a little crop top, and he kept talking about her stomach being out, and I'm like, nigga, you married her. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You married her with her stomach out. Like,
Right.
she came to you with her stomach out.
That's how you married. That's how you met her. Like, so
From what I heard, the Bella Twins was party girls before they kind of settled down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you knew who she was. This isn't like something new information. Brie, from what I understand, Brie was always into nature and the environment and stuff. Because she was talking about, like, she was like saying, because I remember hearing her in an interview talk about that. She was like, there were some people who thought she just changed up for Daniel Bryan. She's like, no, she's like, I was doing a health blog, a green and earth friendly blog on WWE like website a long time ago, and I was doing all this research, and then people just basically shat on it. It was like nobody cares about the environment. But then she met Daniel. They had like mutual, like thoughts about these things, and that's part of the reason why they connected. So it's like it's one of those things where it's one of those things where the girls once again make a shat on just because everyone just attributes everyone's success to the men. And
right.
Daniel, I really did. Like when he won WrestleMania 30, I legitimately cried. I was so overwhelmed and excited and happy when he won. So I mean, I was a fan of Daniel Bryan, but I really had to say it. I started to dislike him after seeing him on Total Divas. I went from crying when he won to just being so indifferent to him now.
I've always thought he was a good wrestler, but I've never like. Okay, I was first introduced to him when he was a heel, acting like an asshole towards AJ Lee.
Oh my gosh.
So
yes, he was out of control.
Yeah. So and the whole they don't believe in me and this and that and other. Like, I didn't go for that. And for people, it's so funny now that people poo-poo Batista winning the Royal Rumble, but when he comes back to SmackDown 1,000, like, he's giving a hero's welcome. Of course, he was in his hometown, but like people on the internet that I'm sure was shitting all over him winning in 2014. Oh, now they love him and they want him to come back. Oh, you just liked him in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
And you see the man has a personality and he has way more to offer. But it was two people.
I was confused because they were chanting
Batista and Roman Reigns. They got a raw deal because of this Daniel Bryan worship.
Yeah.
And it's not fair. It's room for everybody. But you have to understand, in combat sports, it's a mainstream company. Of course, they're going to go with the guy who looks like an ass kicker. There was a basketball player when Daniel Bryan was champion. He went on some talk show, and a basketball player said he was on the show with this guy, and they said he was a wrestling champion, and he laughed because he knew he could beat his ass. That's what WWE is worried about, the optics for other people.
Because everyone's always like, wow, Roman's such a big guy, and oh my gosh, he looks so amazing. And
he looks legitimate.
Looks like a damn Marvel character.
Every time. That ending clip of WrestleMania when he defeated the Undertaker was just looking.
That was so badass, a badass visual.
I wrote a whole story in my head off of that. I was like, this man is a villain. He took over the world, and he's disappointed in us for like fucking up his world.
Fucking up his world.
He's like, I took over this world for you to act like this, bitch. That's what I saw. He looks so good. So I mean, I completely agree. I just think, I agree. Like, I feel like there's such a lack of authenticity with Daniel Bryan these days. Like, because it was different when he was climbing up to WrestleMania 30 and like his whole journey before that, because he was fighting against stereotypes and he was changing things and he was the guy that we all liked, But once he reached that pinnacle, for him to come back and try to be like, hey guys, I'm fighting for my dream, it's kind of like, baby, you've had your dream.
You've had your dream, sir.
You had your dream. You've had it. You beat Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista in the same night.
And you're still considered an underdog for some fucking.
You're not an underdog.
No, he's not. Man, people lost their shit when he tapped out to AJ Styles. But you know what? This my whole thing, though. Vince McMahon put him in a title match in Saudi Arabia. And he's not John Cena. So if I was Vince, he wouldn't be winning a lot of shit for a little while because you pulled out of this show. And I was putting you in a title match that I advertised. Like John Cena was in like a tournament and he was easily replaceable, and he's also John Cena. You're not John Cena. Yeah. And then his biggest star just went down, so he needs a little bit more star power. And then you come up with this flimsy excuse like you did not fucking. I do not buy that he had no idea that gay people got persecuted in Saudi Arabia when that plane touched down the first time. I don't buy that shit.
I think he just took that first set of money and said, "I have enough that I don't need to go back."
And also he was worried about the optics. But like I understand more with John than Daniel Bryan. Yeah. I'm sorry, I do. Like,
I have a question for y'all. What would y'all do that's not ethical to you for a $10 million payday?
Oh shit, I don't know. Oh Lord.
Oh Jesus. You know what? It might not be suitable to air. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of goddamn money, girl.
Shoot, listen.
If I knew for sure I would be protected, I would take my ass over to any Middle Eastern country. I would wear whatever fucking burqa or whatever. If they could only see my eyes, I'd go out there and perform. I would. I'm not gonna lie. That's a lot of money. And like I said, I can't do nothing about that water. I didn't fuck that water. Yeah, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do to change it?
I remember TMZ was asking
Randy Orton.
Asking Randy Orton about John Cena. He was like, John Cena still wrestles? I was like, ah!
I know. I hate him, but that was good.
That was he was just deflecting because that's his boy. And he like, I didn't know he wasn't coming. What y'all talking about? Y'all got some information. Like, he ain't gonna go out there and be like, yeah, well, And another thing, like, people like, well, they're the locker room leaders. It's not really leading the locker room if you abandon them because you can't. It would be more of a leader to be like, I don't agree with this, but because the crew has to go, I'm gonna go with them.
Yeah.
Because, we're a locker room and we stand together. I'm not going to abandon them and leave them to take the brunt of all this bad publicity.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you leading somebody by deciding not to be with them and let them go over there and perform and take all the heat, and you come out looking better because you didn't go. Nah. Although I do think it is smart if you could get out of not going, because that show, from what I saw, was a fucking tire fire.
That whole show could be summarized in the gif of Shawn Michaels missing his backflip and Kane's wig coming off. That's like all you need to see to know how that show went.
And daily reminder: AJ Styles title reign is fucking boring.
I loved that man a year ago.
AJ Styles has a title? Really?
Yep.
It's just, and that's the one thing, because they did it with CM Punk.
His match with Samoa Joe must have been quick as fuck, because
ain't no gifts.
Yeah, Samoa Joe was injured, so it probably was.
Man.
And Samoa Joe, I'm about to
dropped out of that match. He dropped out of the match, and then an injured Samoa Joe had to go overseas to fucking perform in his spot. That's leading the locker room? Really? The boys are going to feel good about that?
Ooh, I mean, real talk, real questions, real talk. 100%. I'm gonna need Samoa Joe to wrestle in bubble wrap. I'm tired of this. I feel like he literally has a match and gets injured, and then comes back for another match and then gets injured. Like, at this point, he has not stayed on the roster 6 months at all.
You know what I think they should do with Samoa Joe?
Bubble wrap?
I think they should start transitioning him to be commentary, and I'm going to tell you why. Corey Graves, 2 nights in a row with his shtick, is grading.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes he gets on my fucking nerves. And I think Samoa Joe would do excellent on commentary. And I think he's a voice and he has a point of view that still should be heard. But like he just can't wrestle anymore. Like
I just want I like what you're saying. But I think back to when Samoa Joe threatened Paul Heyman and just whispered at him. And I thought, this man is just everything that I need in a man. So I don't want him out of the ring.
But he can't, but like
he can't stay healthy more than 2 matches. He literally can't stay healthy more than 2 matches. He'd be out for months at a time every couple of matches. It's really bad.
He does. And it's sad. Like he still has he performed at Mania yet? Or was he injured? He was injured this year, right?
Oh shit, yeah, he hasn't made it to either Mania.
Right. So like I don't know what they're gonna, but like his voice still needs to be heard on the program.
Yes.
And I can't see him managing anyone though. You know what I mean?
I can't see him managing anyone, but I can see him like, you know, talking shit on commentary and then somebody come outside and yell at him and he just look at them and start whispering like, I will tear you up. Don't even try me today. And it's like, yeah, Samoa Joe can still fight. Don't let that commentary spill you.
You know, you can have him like sometimes people get into it with commentators. So like every once in a while, somebody will fuck with him or somebody else on the commentary team. And he'll stand up for him and he'll have a match and then he'll go back to commentary.
Ooh, like he'll go wrestle that match and then come sit back at the desk like, sorry about that, guys. Back to the match. Start calling shit like nothing just had like he didn't just whoop somebody's ass. I love that idea. That we need to be on right. We need to be on creative.
Absolutely. WWE needs women.
They need women
way more influenced in because Stephanie. Can
we talk about Stephanie?
Yes.
I'm confused as to why, because I'm hearing the women now start to talk about how Stephanie's just so good and she's been such a huge part of this as well, and blase. But I never like Triple H. I hear exactly what he's done. They were like Triple H trained the women the same as men. The Triple H recruited athletes just as much the same way he recruited male athletes. So like I know what Triple H did to contribute to get the women's evolution to where it is. Stephanie, I have not heard a single thing about what she's actually done. And so I'm confused as to why they're trying to paint her as a trailblazer, because the only trail that she has blazed is literally being Vince McMahon's daughter. Like, I don't like that she's trying to shoehorn herself as the face of this division. She gets to make the announcements because she has a vagina. Like, I don't like it. It's irritating me.
It is. And I don't, like, when she was over the writing, that was some of the most sex. Like that's when Tori Wilson and Dawn Marie shit was happening when she was over creative. So I don't get it either. It's literally because she's a McMahon, and we need some more female voices in important positions.
Yeah. I agree.
Tyler, you going to sleep?
No. I thought so too. I was looking like, is she sleeping?
Oh, girl.
I had a long ass day. I'm tired.
We sorry. All right. We good.
We had some technical difficulties. Google Hangouts wanted to act a damn donkey on us.
Yeah, Hold Google, on. What the fuck was up with that? I'm
back like, of the week. Google Hangout.
I like it wasn't acting like this before.
I was mad.
It's never done.
I tried to be cute,
but I saw how to fix it. Hopefully, it won't happen again. But
I should have known something was up when I put my phone to charge and I realized I never plugged in the outlet.
Because I thought it was just my phone. I was like,
I should have known there was like something up because that was like the hint.
When you sent the link to me, Tyler, it did the same thing. So I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the fuck.
I ain't think I did it right at first.
We're gonna be back the week before Survivor Series. If like I'm just gonna be honest. I don't have no interest in watching Raw. I still want to see a little bit of wrestling, but it's not a lot to look forward to, people. It's really not.
Not on
I'm
Raw
looking
anyway.
forward to Becky versus Ronda because I want to see how they do this match.
And I want to see Seth and Dean's blow off, however that works.
Yeah, I want to.
Like, that's the only thing I'm interested in on Raw is Seth versus Dean. But other than that, I don't want to see. I don't want to see that belt on Brock. Like, I'm over it. I'm over him. Like, I just don't want to see. It's not. I'm not looking. It's
turning out to be one of Vince's biggest mistakes was giving Brock that streak, because ever since then it seems like behind the scenes Paul and Brock have made the case ever since he broke the streak that he should only wrestle and be booked a certain type of way. He was way more vulnerable before he broke that streak.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's been a shit show, and it has helped nobody but Brock's pocket and Paul Heyman's pocket.
Y'all think he gonna carry? Y'all think he gonna carry that title back to UFC for real?
Yes, I think.
Ooh, that's gonna be so.
What are we gonna do? Who can have the title with that? Like, it's not that who can have the title next or who can have the Universal title. It's who can believably take that title from Brock.
I really don't care who.
Braun was the only person that could put up a believable fight. I might believe if the authors are paying like.
I think if they stop fucking around with Drew, and they put the pedal to the metal, because Drew is a big boy. They stop fucking around with Drew. He could possibly, but they're not gonna do that.
Them thighs loose.
I know. Because he's a big boy and a heavy hitter, but I don't know if Brock's gonna respect him. I don't.
Yeah.
What I foresee is that people gonna be pissed off, and they're gonna hold off until see how long Roman is gonna be out. And if Roman is not gonna be out long and his recovery looks good, that's who's gonna take it. But if Roman takes a turn, then they're gonna be scrambling.
Yeah.
Because Brock's not gonna be doing this forever.
Yeah.
And I think like his contract, I think he on an extension. I don't even think he really has a solid contract with them.
With WWE or UFC?
With WWE.
Oh.
So I don't know. It's just a mess. But I saw this happening.
We all did. Hell, thought we were crazy. I was, because everybody was optimistic that Braun was gonna get, but then when they put the title back on Brock, I was like, I ain't even surprised.
I just, this is one of those things where it's so miserable. We just went through this. It's so miserable. So miserable.
That's why I just laughed. I was like, this is funny as hell.
It could have been that they like had the roster like collude together so that like they made Braun win or something. You know what I mean? Like there were so many ways they could have played it if they didn't want to necessarily like have Brock be pinned clean, you know, but like get the title on Braun or something. Like there were so many things. It just
a lot of people saying a lot of people saying how Brock winning the title was disrespectful to what Roman was trying to do with it or what he wanted to accomplish with it, like by him winning it, and basically the locker room needed, that title round. So it was like Roman winning that title for Brock meant more than him just winning it. You know what I'm saying? As far as,
the locker room was concerned. I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like, I'm pretty sure the locker room got tired of Brock holding that damn title hostage. So it's like the fact that they put it back on him, like, for me, if I was a W superstar, that would be a tough pill for me to swallow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, why not move on with what?
It's demoralized.
At least with what Roman wanted the title to represent, but instead you put it back on him. You know what I'm saying?
And it's you guys don't have to be the face of the company, but just like, somebody just to carry the load every week and have the title at house shows,
Yeah.
it means more. And yeah, I don't know. It's just shitty.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess right now. Cause it's like, it did Brian dedicate his match to Roman for real?
Probably did.
Somebody said he dedicated his Universal title match to Roman.
Oh, and then they had him.
And they had him fucking get squashed
in 2 minutes.
He had Brock F5'd him out the damn ring. Like,
yeah, and then you have these guys taking these bumps for this motherfucker. Like, ugh. I wish it was something more positive that like look forward to, but they're really
exactly like, because even though Roman's title reign wasn't what I envisioned it to be,
yeah, because it was pretty much a part of the circus, but neither
I was content because I was that damn happy that he at least had the bitch on his damn shoulder.
Right.
So I didn't give a fuck how shitty Raw was or whatever. I was okay with the fact that I got to see him every week. I got to see him in matches, segments with the title, whatever. I didn't care. I was happy, whatever. But now, I don't give a shit about that damn show.
Listen, I was ready to get behind Braun if he had a one. Fuck it, let's do something. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, man.
Give somebody a chance. Like that's and you're right. It is kind of disrespectful. That's what Roman would have wanted. Like he even said, somebody asked him a question about like Brock and participating in big matches, and he was like, "Nah, we really need to move away from Brock. It's cool that he here, but like the full-time guys need their time to shine." And so like, ugh.
Yeah. And some people's like, all that work Roman did to build up Braun, you could have put the title on him like at that show, but instead you squashed him.
In 2 minutes, he flew for 16 hours to lose in 2 minutes and 35 seconds. He could have sent them an Instagram live for that.
I mean, how many times did he get F5?
Play rock,
what, 5 times?
Listen.
What was that, Tyler? He getting the offense on Brock. I don't know.
Yeah.
I ain't watched, so somebody let me know.
I heard, same. I heard the same. I was just like, this sucks. This is just another Kane's wig coming off. Just all of it was just Kane's wig coming off. That's what it all boils down to.
Like when I saw he had that top hat, I couldn't do shit but laugh. I just laughed. I said, I fucking knew it. I knew it.
And, oh, you telling me that match was that short and Brock was as red as that damn Universal Championship?
Ooh. Tyler, he was tired, wasn't he?
You are not playing with anybody tonight. Why are you like this?
But I saw the picture. I thought he wrestled. He didn't even wrestle, and he that damn out of breath.
Oh Lord!
You know what? Fuck it. Just let him go home with it. He ain't got to come back. It's cool.
Because we didn't even want that championship. It's been cursed.
Yeah, just let him go home with it. We good.
That cursed championship.
Nah, we good. You good, fam. Just keep it. But, so all we're looking forward to basically is the Shield fallout.
Yep.
Dean looking like a snack.
Yeah, with Braun.
He was looking like a weed dealer. I was like, yes, bro.
I did not know. I had tweeted like, Dean knows that we gonna miss Roman fine ass, so he gonna look like a meal from now on. And I got so many likes and retweets. I was like, oh, so we all looking at Dean some type of.
No, he's really good. He looked really good.
He's looking, and then he was kind of dressing like Roman. I can appreciate. I think that was not by accident. I don't think that was by accident.
I think they gotta step up. I was listening to. I was reading that Seth was talking about it in an interview where he was basically like, Roman has big shoes to fill, and he feels a lot of pressure on himself to step up and be that guy as well. He's like, obviously Roman has big shoes it's big shoes, and I don't think anybody's really gonna feel it the way that he did. But I definitely feel like I have pressure on myself to step up. And I think a lot of the guys, whether unknowingly or knowingly, consciously or unconsciously, are stepping up because they realize like Roman, they're seeing what Roman did, and now that he's not there to do it, they're realizing like, okay, so this is how we have to take over this company if we don't want them to have, Undertaker being 86 years old coming back for WrestleMania.
Right.
Because we're
I hope they don't get demoralized by this though. I just hope they do what Roman did and keep your head down and keep working and keep fighting. It's sad because I think there's so much talent that they could be doing more with.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Yep, most definitely.
all right,
We'll
is there
see y'all.
anything else you wanna talk about before we get out of here?
Nope.
No, I think I'm good.
All right, and just remember, people, women's wrestling rules, and
Yes.
men's wrestling fucking sucks right now. Yay, women! All right, thank you everybody for watching. We will see you the week before Survivor Series if we survive WWE. Bye
I'm going to bed. I'm done.
bye.